The way that I thought they died was not even the way that they were killed.
Body camera.
Life without the possibility of parole. That's the fate of the man convicted of killing a 3-year-old and her father.
That officer's running. Golly. The wave of grief and sadness that washed over people as he ran by with her body is something I'll never forget.
Lawless, on the other hand, showed no emotion during sentencing.
But I hope that that's all a front. I hope that you feel this the way that other people do. Because if you don't, then you are a monster.
Hey, see y'all soon, man.
Who was previously bailed out for $300,000 by rapper ESTG and his company, claims to be an aspiring rapper himself. In fact, Randolph's family found out he was at home with an ankle bracelet after he made another Instagram video in which he rapped about how he liked to shoot and play with pistol.
An early morning shooting in downtown Louisville.
Around 1:30 this morning, Louisville Metro Police responded to a report of a shooting near 8th and West Main Streets. When they got there, they found a man inside of a car who had been shot. He was pronounced dead at the scene. LAPD's homicide unit is handling the investigation. Right now, they don't have any suspects.
Fam, let's be real here. The 45th president just got touched. Anybody can get it. And when you're in the streets, posting your location could be your biggest downfall. Man, them folks don't care if you're an artist or a regular street dude. Once it's up, it's up. Especially when you got a situation like the one we about to discuss today. You're talking about a well-known artist who associated himself with a man who was arrested for taking the life of another man and his daughter in his house. And whether it's karma or get back, when you in the streets and you cross that line, man, you know you and yours got a target as well. And on top of all that, your crew get arrested by the feds for allegedly selling narcotics and terrorizing your community. We talk about a man who was gunned down only minutes after his artist concert. A rap concert was probably one of the biggest rap concerts in a city this year. It was the Summer Fest that he hosts every year since he been on. It was the Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Over 10,000 people in attendance. But because of who hosting the show, local police had to make a statement the night before.
Will provide extra security measures at a rap concert in downtown Louisville this weekend. Louisville rapper ESTG will perform at his Summer Jam event. It's at the KFC Yum Center tomorrow night.
Talk about their association with an alleged gang called EST, which is also a rap label. Stands for Everybody Shines Together. Family, the man we talk about today was once a standout football player who was even invited to an NFL draft combine. George Albert Stone III, aka ESTG, as mentioned, from Louisville, Kentucky. And over the weekend, ESTG had hosted his Summer Jam Fest. And according to the flyer, in attendance was Yo Gotti, Lil Baby, 42 Dub, and many more. And because of ESTG crew in the news the last couple of years, the local police wanted to make a priority to add extra security. Now, to give you a couple of reasons on why this was a priority. You see, back in August of 2020, a 3-year-old girl and her father were dead after being shot near an intersection of West Southern Heights. It was a Friday afternoon at around 1 p.m. Metro Safe confirmed that a man was found dead when officers arrived at the scene in the 3700 block of Calert Avenue. An LMPD officer then rushed the second shooting victim, a child, to Northern Children's Hospital, but she died a short time later. May they both rest in peace. Family members reported to the news. The girl is Trinity Randolph, a toddler who was reportedly in the house with her father, Brandon Waddles, when they were both shot and killed. At the time, 25, now 27, Kevon Lawless, aka Lil Cater, was arrested for the crime. He was alleged of being the man who went inside the home and shot both victims.
The man is now under arrest for the murder of a 3-year-old Louisville girl and her father. Metro police say Kevin Lawless forced his way inside a house on Calert Avenue earlier this month, then shot Trinity Randolph and Brandon Waddles. Lawless is charged with murder, burglary, and weapons charges. Police believe Lawless and Waddles knew each other, but they wouldn't discuss the nature of their relationship. Officers arrested a second suspect last week. Evan Ross is charged with facilitation to murder. The arrest report states Ross owned the car used in the crime and admitted to his involvement.
And while waiting to go to trial, the rapper ESTG will make a song titled Sky Dweller, rapping They want a meal for Lakeita. Know I'm coming to get you, baby.
Got pending cases and with you, baby.
ESTG would be a man of his word. It seemed a rap label in New York that has him on the LLC bonded, Lakeita out. But depending on how you look at it, that was a waste of money because shortly after, in August of 2022, Kevon Lawless, aka Lakeita, was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Without the possibility of parole, that's the fate of the man convicted of killing a 3-year-old and her father. Cruel, evil, and monster, those are the words the victim's family had for Kevon Lawless.
We used to do everything together.
To the judge,
The pain is real.
emotions ran high in the courtroom Thursday as the fate of Kevon Lawless was decided.
She didn't deserve to die. She didn't have nothing to do with anything.
3-year-old Trinity Randolph and her father, Brandon Waddles, were shot to death in their home in 2020. Kevon Lawless was found guilty this September.
Brandon and Trinity didn't deserve to get shot down like a dog. And after this trial and looking at the pictures from the day of the murder and how it occurred, the way that I thought they died was not even the way that they were killed.
Body camera footage of officers responding to the call was shown during the trial.
When that officer's running, golly. The wave of grief and sadness that washed over people as he ran by with her body is something I'll never forget.
Lawless, on the other hand, showed no emotion during sentencing.
But I hope that that's all a front. I hope that you feel this the way that other people do. Because if you don't, then you are a monster. You are evil.
He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
But during this time, to ESTG fans, he on the up. He looking good. He smiling through the pain. Just got signed to Yo Gotti, but in the streets, he taking L after L. Because months before Lakeita was sentenced, the FBI had arrested 10 people, a part of his crew. Everybody shine together. Now fam, I don't know this to be fact, but them posting Lakeita bail months before this indictment by the feds probably drew more attention to them. Now during this time, ESTG was not one of the 10 people arrested, but I'm sure he was feeling the pressure. Worrying about the police and your opposition every night gonna lead to some sleepless nights. Now this is where I want you guys to pay attention, fam. Because among those 10 people, 2 was very important to EST's success. His business partner, Rico's Mosley, and Eric Mosley, his brother, who was also his manager. Now, why?
The Fed said 3 more people are on the run. If the name of this alleged gang sounds familiar, it's because it is, and you may have heard the name on the radio. A famous Louisville rapper, ESTG, now tied through his name and his associates to one of the largest gang busts the feds have recently conducted. The U.S. Attorney's Office naming the street gang on their press release as Everybody Shine Together, or EST. That is the same group we uncovered had paid for the bond for Kevon Lawless, the man suspected of killing 3-year-old Trinity Randolph and her father, Brandon Waddles.
It's a hard thing to even get over.
This was Trinity's aunt when we last spoke, angry to learn ESTG had even rapped about bailing Lawless out, saying, quote, "I'm coming to get you, baby."
The rap artist who and manager who posted the bond, they didn't give a damn about a 3-year-old who got killed. No, they're selling their music.
ESTG, or George Stone, was not indicted or arrested in this latest sting, but 2 of his business partners were. Rico's Mosley and Eric Mosley, who online has identified himself as Stone's music manager. The Fed said they worked with LMPD and a number of other agencies on this case. During warrants, they said they found a kilo of cocaine, meth, guns, a stolen car, and $160,000 in cash. Stone, meanwhile, is still making music and has worked with names like Yo Gotti and Jay-Z.
Our ESTG former manager is serving his time. He have another person take his place, EST Big Beach. But just 2 years after ESTG first manager get arrested by the feds, his second manager get gunned down minutes after his biggest concert in his hometown. Big Beach's real name was Devontae Beach. He was 31 years old, and at around 1:30 a.m.